back to Out of the Rough. I'm Fred Arnold. I'm joined by my good friend John March. John March is the Operations Director for the Sheriff's Youth Foundation. Welcome to the show, John.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, Fred.
Well, tell me the story and share with those watching this online and on TV how you got involved in the Youth Foundation and your passion for children.
Well, many people might know, as you do, that my son was a deputy with LA County, and in 2002 he was gunned down in Irwindale. And, you know, a tragedy, but it's strange the things you find out about your kids after they're gone. And one of the things that happened was at Dave's funeral, I noticed a young man, Hispanic, obviously had been a gang member, and but he was at the funeral and he was crying his eyes out. And I didn't have time to see him or talk to him. There was so much going on. And fast forward 7 years, and I'm at a memorial for Dave at the site where he was killed. It happens every year on the date that he was killed. And someone hands me a cell phone, and a young man with a Hispanic accent says, "You don't know me, but I was at Dave's funeral, and Dave arrested me back when he was an officer." And I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah." And then he was there when I was in court, and he visited me in jail, and he would tell me that I needed to straighten my life out, that I was an embarrassment to my parents and to God. And so he was there also when the kid got out of jail and talked to him again. And he said, "Mr. March, I'd just like you to know that now I'm a youth pastor at a church in Irwindale, and my job is to get kids away from gangs and away from drugs." And that touched me so much, because the sheriff had also taken a look through Dave's files, and he'd asked me, he said, on Dave's last review, 2 weeks before he was killed, he said in his review what his goals were, and I'd like to use those as the creed for the sheriff's department, which was, my goals in life are simple. I will always try to be brutally honest, work as hard as I can, learn as much as I can, and hopefully make a difference in people's lives. So we spent 5 years getting Dave's killer back from Mexico, as you know. And now the sheriff has given me the opportunity to really help in doing what I think Dave would have loved to have done, which is touching kids. And we work with at-risk kids between 7 and 17 years old.
And these are kids at risk in the city or the county of LA?
All over the county of LA, 18 centers.
Okay. And tell us what you guys do at the centers to help these at-risk kids.
Well, one of the things that doesn't happen, well, first of all, between 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock is when these kids are influenced by peers, because their parents aren't home, both are working in many cases. And it's random. If they maybe hang out with good kids, they're all right. If not, then they're going to go down the wrong track. So we take them from 2 o'clock until 7 o'clock in the evening. And we start off by helping them with homework and tutoring, which their parents don't have time to do. So that is mandatory every day. And then after that, we get into fun activities, sports, basketball, we have boxing, karate, you name it, we have it. And then every month the kids have to also do a community service project. So teaching them at that young age to give back.
How to give back. So they take care of business, and then they have fun, and they learn how to give back. I know that there's a need for funds, a need to keep this going. I know you have a golf tournament coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
We do. On easy day to remember, April 15th, we're going to have the sheriff's shootout at the TPC. Sheriff will be there playing, as will many other officials from the county. And we need sponsors, we need players, and it's going to be a real fun day. And you were one of the first to become a sponsor, and I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And
very proud too. To be involved or be asked to be involved.
Well, and you're also part of the committee in helping us get sponsors, and I appreciate that. But it's going to be fun, and the goal is that we'll pull together about $150,000 for helping the kids. And the nice thing is that the Sheriff's Department does in kind. They provide a deputy for every one of our 18 centers. They provide the vehicles, they provide the building, they provide the utilities. So everything that we can raise goes directly to helping the kids, hiring tutors, things like that. So it's money that gets very efficiently spent.
Yeah, and the money is needed to help our youth become great citizens.
Well, in this time, there's so many kids at risk, Fred. I mean, you know, there's so many families that are hurting. They don't have the time to work with their kids. They don't have the time to even monitor their kids.
They're financially struggling, and they're trying to make ends meet.
Exactly.
So, those that would like to go online and get more information, is that possible?
SheriffsYouthFoundation.org.
That makes it easy, huh?
Yeah.
SheriffsYouthFoundation.org. Well, thanks for sharing that tragic but inspirational story about Dave. And my wife and I think of you often, and you and Barbara, your wife, and sadness, but also the pride to know that he made a difference in people's lives.
He made a difference.
Yes. We're going to jump to a quick break, and we'll be right back.